Now, my family, someone called Anna, posted a tweet saying that, interesting, the protests are expanding to Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, and engagements, my family. This is a new era indeed. Careful of what you wish for. Royalists were so eager to have Prince Harry booed at King Charles' coronation. He was not. And look now, Kate Middleton is being heckled, my family, by a lone protester who went there where Kate Middleton was going to the Foundling Museum. Now, this lone protester held placards which said, and I quote, "Monarchy is child abuse. Hashtag born equal." And my family, I want you to kindly please just see this, my family. My family, the lone protester held placards saying hashtag monarchy is child abuse and hashtag born equal. My family. And my family, you know what? This is quite interesting. Very, very interesting. And my family, it is true. Very true. Being a part of the monarchy, basically children get abused. Children suffer because of the monarchy. Look at what has happened to Harry. Look at what Harry has gone through in his life at the hands of the firm that have caused him so much pain and suffering and anguish, my family. Look at what they did to Meghan, my family, who no one had ever said even a single bad word about, until Meghan fell in love with Prince Harry, being a biracial black woman. My family, indeed, very, very true. Monarchy is child abuse. And my family, as I've always said, right now, if the royals were a normal family, basically, my family, by now, you'd have the police, you'd have child protection officers already there to take custody away from the parents, my family, away from Charles, if this was a normal family. Because my family, what happens in the royal family to children is, my family, just wrong. It should never ever happen. The selling of stories about kids to the media. My family, the leaking of negative stories that have a negative effect on members of the royal family. My family, that should never happen. Children must be protected. We have learned in Harry's memoir what even Charles did to Prince Harry, my family, of how Charles would sell out his own son. So my family, he would get good press. My family, and I want to read you, my family, this part, which clearly shows, my family, people like Charles should never ever have raised Prince Harry. And that is a fact, my family. That is the truth and the whole truth, my family. My family, I want to read you this part of Harry's memoir. My family, and I quote, "What's up, Marco? I've been asked to find out the truth, Harry. About what? I suspected he was referring to my recent loss of virginity," Harry says. inglorious episode with an older woman. She liked horses quite a lot and treated me not unlike a young stallion. Quick ride, after which she smacked my rump and sent me off to graze. Among the many things about it that were wrong, it happened in a grassy field behind a busy pub. Obviously, someone had seen us. The truth, Marco, about whether or not you're doing drugs. Harry, what? It seemed that the editor of Britain's biggest tabloid had phoned my father's office to say she'd uncovered evidence of my doing drugs in various locations, including Club H. Also, a bike shed behind a pub. Not the pub where I'd lost my virginity in my family. My father's office immediately dispatched Marco to take a clandestine meeting with one of this editor's lieutenants in some shady hotel room. And the lieutenants laid out the tabloid's case. Now Marco laid it out for me. He asked again if it was true. Lies, I said, all lies. He went item by item through the editor's evidence. I disputed all of it. Wrong, wrong, wrong. The basic facts, the details, it was all wrong. I then questioned Marco. Who the hell is this editor? Loathsome toad, I gathered. Everyone who knew her was in full agreement that she was an infected pustule on the ass of humanity, Harry says, plus a BS excuse for a journalist. But none of that mattered because she'd managed to wriggle her way into a position of great power, and lately she was focusing all that power upon me. Now my family, when I say Marco, Harry is speaking of Mark Boland. My family, who was tasked with rehabilitating Camilla's image by the palace, my family. It was the palace spin doctor, Mark Boland, who also, my family, from what we have learned in court, was Piers Morgan's friend, who was leaking stories about Harry to the media. My family. And also the person who Prince Harry is describing as the editor. Her name is Rebecca Brooks. My family. Prince Harry describes her in a not a good way because she ain't a good person. My family. Rebecca Brooks is someone who ruined people's lives to make money, for a profit, to please her master, Rupert Murdoch himself. Now my family, please hear what Harry said. My family. And I quote, she was hunting the spear straight out and making no apologies for it. She would not stop until my balls were nailed to her office wall. I was lost for doing basic teenage stuff, Marco. No boy, no. In this editor's estimation, Marco said I was a drug addict. A what? And one way or another, Marco said that was the story she was going to publish. I offered a suggestion about what this editor could do with her story. I told Marco to go back, tell her she had it all wrong. He promised he would. He rang me days later, said he'd done what I asked. But the editor did not believe him and she was now vowing not only to get me, but to get Marco. Surely, I said, Pa will do something. Stop her. Long silence. No, Marco said. Pa's office had decided on a different approach. Rather than telling the editor to call off the dogs, the palace was opting to play ball with her. Rebecca Brooks. They were going full Neville Chamberlain. Did Marco tell me why? Or did I learn only later that the guiding force behind this putrid strategy was the same spin doctor Pa and Camilla had hired, the same spin doctor who leaked the details of our private summits with Camilla. This spin doctor, Marco said, had decided that the best approach in this case would be to spin me right under the bus. In one swoop, this would appease the editor and also bolster the sagging reputation of Pa. Amid all this unpleasantness, all this extortion and gamemanship, the spin doctor had discovered one silver lining, one shiny consolation prize for Pa. No more the unfaithful husband. Pa would now be presented to the world as the harried single dad coping with a drug-addled child. My family. You know? So my family, you've heard what they did to Prince Harry. To get good press, my family, they threw Harry right under the bus. Now, Prince Harry uses code names in this memoir, in his memoir, Spare My Family. And my family, from what I am getting my family, is that the royal family spin doctor, Mark Boland, my family, did everything in his power to throw Harry under the bus so Charles and Camilla can get their good press, can get good PR at the expense of Harry. And my family, indeed, it's true. The monarchy is child abuse. Look at the people who suffer inside the monarchy. Look at what they've gone through. Look at what happened to Margaret, the late Princess Margaret, who suffered because she was not allowed to marry the person she truly, truly loved. She was forced to give up the love of her life, and she was miserable to the day she passed away. However, the tabloids said glowing things at first. Oh, look, Margaret had given up, love for duty, they said. My family, and she was miserable to her last day, my family. The monarchy is child abuse. Basically, my family. Look at what Andrew did. Sleeping with underage children, my family. Like Virginia Goffrey. My family, the monarchy indeed is child abuse. And my family, it's important to note that everyone is born equal. Each and every single one of us also is born equal. We are equal human beings. No one is better than the other. My family, it's important to just say that, because the royal family prides itself in being, a family that has been chosen to rule over, the UK and several countries, my family. And the person who gets to rule was simply born, the first one, my family, from the womb. From his mother's womb, my family. That's how, they become kings. That's how Charles became the king. Because his mother was the queen and he was born first in line. my family. He was the heir to the throne, my family, born first from his mother's womb, my family. And my family, King Charles himself, back then when he was the Prince of Wales, he spoke of how my family, his parents, had been distant and cold. My family, that's what Charles had said about how he was raised by his parents, family, by his parents, the Queen and the late Prince Philip. The late Queen and the late Prince Philip. And he said they were cold and distant, my family. And then my family, instead of him being better, instead of him doing things differently, my family, King Charles has gone through the same route his parents went through, my family. Right now, Harry lives in the US after fleeing the UK. King Charles, on the day of his coronation, which he put on the same day as his biracial grandson's birthday, he had a toast, from what we have been told, and said about Archie, wherever he is, a toast to Archie, my family. Just like what he said, when asked if he loved Diana, he said, whatever love means or love is, my family. King Charles, clearly, my family, does not care about Harry and Harry's biracial family. And that's very, very clear, my family. And it's a very, very huge shame, my family. A very, very huge shame. If you're being treated wrong by your parent, you have to be different. Be different, just as Harry said. Just because your parents were cold or distant, don't tell your kids, hey, look, I suffered, you'll also suffer. Don't be like that. Be different. Be good to your kids. And my family, it's very, very true what the lone heckler, had written on her placards. Monarchy is child abuse, my family. Monarchy is child abuse. And my family, kids born in the royal family, I just feel sorry for them. Feel sorry for them, my family. Because my family, even Harry says of William's kids, he feels like one of them will end up like him. That they'll be mistreated by the media. And right now, from what I have seen, my family, it will happen to William's last-born son, Prince Louis. Last-born son that we know of with Kate Middleton, Prince Louis. The media is building him up. My family, we do know what's going to happen later. They'll break him, apart. They'll tear him apart, my family, in the future. And my family, sadly, that's the fate of people born into the royal family. And it does not have to be that way. If only the parents would say, I've suffered, I won't let my kids suffer. I'll protect my children whom I love. I'll keep them safe. My family. But only Harry has done that. By taking his wife and children far away from a toxic institution. My family. And I hope it stays that way. In my opinion, Prince Archie and Lilibet will be raised with love, happiness, my family. If they were in the UK, my family, things would have been terrible and bad for them. Terrible and bad for them. They would not have been treated with dignity and respect by the tabloids and also by the farm. And that is basically a fact, my family. And my family also, some people have had some comments to say about, the lone protester who was heckling. Now, someone called Anna said that, why is the police interfering with a peaceful protest? My family, because time and time again, we have been seeing the police basically trying to ensure that protesters are not seen. My family, even on King Charles' coronation, people who are intending on protesting peacefully were arrested my family. And clearly, based on what happened, my family, the UK is not a democracy. That's very, very clear, my family. It is not a democracy. In a democracy, the right to picket, the right to protest is a fundamental right, my family. And seeing protesters being arrested in the UK, my family, it was very, very difficult and tough to see. Difficult and tough to see, my family. My family, allow me to read some comments about what happened, my family. You know, on the protest that happened, my family. Now, someone asked, why are the police intimidating this protester, my family? You know, someone asked that question, my family. Because my family, you know, they are being told to protect their whole family. So they won't be embarrassed, my family. But when you tell the public to boo Harry and Meghan, what do you expect? They'll feel like, okay, we can boo other members of the royal family as well, because Harry and Meghan don't even live in the UK. They fled to the US and they live in the US, my family. You know, some people tend to forget that Harry and Meghan live in the US. They live in the US, my family. And the people, when they want to heckle any member of the royal family, they'll heckle the ones who are there. Clearly, it has happened to Charles and Camilla. And now it's happening to Kate Middleton, my family. Indeed, that is what is happening. And it's karma for what they're doing. Calling for the public to boo Harry and Meghan. And yet, it never happens to Harry and Meghan. It happens to Kate Middleton, my family. Now, my family, someone called Deborah, said that people are finally coming to their senses. My family, indeed, monarchy is child abuse and everyone is born equal. Now, my family, someone said that, why is the police harassing the protester, my family? My family. Someone called Michelle said that, nice to know that although we don't have the police numbers to keep her safe or deal with crimes, we do have enough police to dance with placards. Someone said that, my family. You know? My family, someone said that, you know what? It's true. Monarchy is child abuse. For example, look at Harry. Harry, as an adult, has escaped and is crucified by the media and his family working together. The dynamic he was born into abused him constantly and hurt his mental health, my family. Indeed, very, very true, my family. Meghan, a woman who has lived a life happy. No one has ever said even one bad, negative word about Meghan. Not a single person, my family, until Meghan met Harry, thought of taking her own life in the UK because of tabloid abuse, because of abuse from members of the royal family like Prince William and Kate Middleton. My family. So yes, the monarchy is child abuse. My family. Don't forget even the perfect example whereby Meghan was bullied throughout her pregnancy and then members of parliament condemned the abuse towards Meghan while Meghan was pregnant. Over 72 members of parliament, my family, condemned the abuse by the media towards Meghan, called out the racist undertones and colonial undertones and the misogynistic coverage of Meghan by the tabloids and the royal family. The farm, King Charles, William, Kate, Camilla, said nothing to condemn the abuse towards Meghan. Instead, they kept on leaking negative things about Meghan every single day, my family, that constantly harmed Meghan's mental health, my family. So my family, indeed, The monarchy is child abuse, my family. The monarchy is child abuse, my family. And also, don't forget, my family, what happened to Meghan because of Prince William and Jason North. Well, my family in the Harry and Meghan documentary, we have heard from Harry himself, him saying that, he blames Daily Mail for causing so much stress to Meghan that Meghan suffered a miscarriage in my family. And don't forget, Prince William himself was assisting a UK tabloid, Daily Mail, in his court case against Meghan, my family, and Meghan lost a child. Monarchy is child abuse, my family. And if there were any normal family, by now, child protection services would have been called by now and taken the children away from Charles, my family. A father who leaks stories against his own son. A father who leaks stories against his own son so that he and his mistress turned queen right now can get good press. My family, that is no family. That is no family, my family. The royals are not a family, are unworthy of being called a family by anyone, my family. And my family, the police must never ever try to stop peaceful protesters from protesting, my family. Like we saw at King Charles' coronation and like what we have seen even right now, my family. It is despicable what is happening, my family, and what continues to happen, my family. And my family, the farm and the media have sowed these seeds, my family. They're the ones who have, sowed these seeds, telling the public to boo members of the royal family. They have told them to boo Harry and Meghan, but instead, they are booing and heckling Middleton, Camilla, Charles, and Prince William. My family, I keep saying, hate will never ever win. Love wins. And always choose love, not hate, my family. Now, my family, I like to hear your opinion on what has happened to Kate Middleton, my family. And also, it's worth noting that Kate Middleton never goes around with her husband. She always goes on these engagements alone, my family. And it's raising rumors that these two, William and Kate Middleton, live separate lives, my family. They live separate lives, in my personal opinion, my family. And already, they have gone their separate ways. They just come together and pose together to keep up appearances and please the press, my family, the tabloids, my family. But clearly, these two, the royal family are clearly my family. William and Kate Middleton in the royal family are living separate lives, my family, and doing their own things, my family. That's clearly what is happening right now, my family. So everything they say about Harry and Meghan is projection because they know already what's happened between William and Kate Middleton. Those two, my family, are clearly just not together, my family. However, as I said, the royal family will never allow, for Prince William to divorce Kate Middleton. However, what they'll allow is for William to continue engaging in alleged extramarital affairs with Rose Hanbury, my family, and any other person. That's what they'll allow, my family. And the media, the tabloids, know about this. And they'll protect William and Kate Middleton just as long as they keep leaking stories about Harry and Meghan to the media. Because that's what William and Kate Middleton constantly do time and time again, my family. Now, my family, hate never wins. Choose love. Stay tuned on this video. Love you always and forever, my family. Harry and Meghan did the right thing to flee the UK and choose a different life, a better life in America, my family. Archie and Lilibet will never have been happy in the farm. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. I'm happy and proud that Harry has broken that cycle of generational suffering in my family. That cycle of generational suffering in my family. I'm happy that Harry and Meghan have broken that. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, my family, always and forever. And God bless each and every single one of you and your families. Harry, Meghan, Archie, Middleton, and Doria Ragland. And stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.